Good morning. Here it is. It's Wednesday. It's Hump Day. It's hard to believe this. We're already in the middle of another week. But anyway, today is March the 8th, and certainly hope that you had a good Tuesday. Hope that things went well for you, and even sometimes when they don't, we know we have a new day before us, and it's a fresh day, and hopefully you're ready to tackle the opportunities of today. This morning I want to bring a devotion entitled "The Value of Your Life." Hebrews chapter 11. Verse 23, it says, "It was by faith that Moses' parents hid him for 3 months when he was born. They saw that God had given them an unusual child, and they were not afraid to disobey the king's command." I think all parents, think their child or their children are beautiful. That's a given. I think we're supposed to. Moses, he was extraordinarily so. The Bible tells us, it says again, and his parents said there in Hebrews 11:23, saw that God had given him an unusual child. Or, as the New King James Version translated, it says he was a beautiful child. Now, apparently, Moses was exceptional in the way he looked. However, in the original language, the word translated beautiful also implies that he was cheerful. And when Stephen addressed the Sanhedrin in Acts chapter 7, verse 20, he said that Moses was a beautiful child in God's eyes. In other words, God had a special purpose, for his life. And so not only, was this child beautiful, but you see, he had a purpose. God had singled out Moses, and in the same way, God has a purpose for you, a special plan that is unique to you only. God called Jeremiah to be a prophet before Jeremiah was ever born. He said this in Jeremiah chapter 1:5, "I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Before you were born, I set you apart and appointed you as my prophet to the nations." See, that's why I think, it's such a tragedy, in our world that so many lives of unborn children, living souls that are made in the image of God, have been taken. I mean, among those millions, there may have been someone, to change our world, someone, to make a, significant, impact, on our culture. The psalmist David, he wrote in Psalm 139, verse 16, "You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed." Let me ask, have you ever stopped and wondered, why God has preserved you, up to this point? Maybe you've had a close brush with death, or maybe you've had an illness that you weren't, supposed to survive. Yet, here you are right now. Just as God had a plan for Moses, you see, God has a plan for you. God has a plan for each one of us, and the biggest thing is we need to be open to what God has planned for us. Like I said, God keeps us around for a purpose. Even though we may have had a close call, maybe in a wreck or like in an illness or something that we weren't supposed to survive. God has brought us through that for a purpose, and I hope you'll realize that this morning. I hope that you realize God has a purpose for you, and hopefully he's working it out. And the biggest thing is we just have to be obedient and available to him so that he can work work out that plan, in and through us. And anyway, hope that encourages you here on this Wednesday morning. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.